Does social media change your perception and outlook on life? Obviously, you were beloved as a child, childhood star. Grow up, stuff gets different. Social media, shit gets different. So how is it? How is it for you transitioning through the social media age and dealing with maybe different criticism that you weren't accustomed to dealing with in the beginning?
I'm not able to hide. I have to be myself on social media. Before social media, interviews and appearances were curated, 3 hours in hair and makeup, a whole entire list of questions nobody's allowed to ask, I'm not allowed to talk about, and I sit there, I do my job, and I go home. But me being in the house with myself, being restless, I mean, I'm showing up to an interview in a hoodie and some glasses. Like, that's never happened. I'm normally, girdle, boobs up. Oh, that's right. See? You know what I mean?
Years later, I heard you talking. You were asked a question about Bill Cosby, and you didn't want to give judgment now. After the fact, now that he's in prison and doing his time, how do you feel right now about Bill Cosby and his current situation?
Justice to a man who put me in the game. I'm torn. I'm sad and in debt. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I was today. And if it wasn't for him, depression wouldn't be rampant through many females' minds right now. So he's,
Yeah, I think a lot of people, what he represented, what that show represented, and in the age of now, us seeing all these, the black images and female images doing all this ratchet stuff. It represented success. It represented that, you don't have to become a stripper. You could become, a president or a doctor. And I just think that, it's a travesty, what happened. We had a lot of different discussions on the show. And, I just try to take the good with the bad with that situation. But I definitely appreciate you for answering that question.
I just want to say this, too. I think it's this is not about Bill Cosby and what happened and why he's in jail. This is about people in star positions that we look to. Sometimes it's unfair because the character that they've played in front of your face for so long, or the watcher has attached that personality to that person. And that's not the case. So it's, it's a difficult thing, but it's not always the case. It's people still have their lives. And I just wanted to say that out loud for those who understand me, know what I'm talking about.
I think it's, with the situation, I think you see people like, Felicia Rashad and people around the situation. It seems like some people put them in one box and some people put them in another box. In my opinion, just, from the outside looking in with that whole situation. So, yeah.
How growing up in Hollywood as a female, the best you can throw us in the mind of a female, how did that change your perception of a man growing up in Hollywood and just seeing, I'm sure, things that we can't talk about on camera? Did that change your perception of a man and just give maybe a false sense of respect for a man?
When I was younger, I felt like if I wasn't competing with a porn star that I wasn't going to be famous enough. Like, that's kind of where I was. Like, you have to be just, the good girl that they teach you to be is not who they look for in entertainment. And that's what I understood from men growing up in the industry. That's sad, right? It's just, but it's cool though. At the same time, I mean, I'm kind of reckless. I went on a date with somebody. I'm not gonna say who it is, but they know who it is. A long time ago, famous, whatever. And he was like, "Yo, I'll pay for this." I'm like, "No, I'll pay for it myself." They were like, "Why? You should let a man pay for you." I said, "Why? Why do I have to let a man pay for me? I got my own money." And he was like, "Whatever." I was like, "Fine." So you're like. First of all, I'm not going to be in debt to any man. So if you pay for my pizza and you expect something later, that's not going to happen. One, two. Mm-hmm. I was raised by guys in the industry, and I just, it's a crazy world, but it's okay. Shit's changing. It's going to switch up one day. And eventually somebody would love to see a woman play a piano, a guitar, and the drums.
How do you cope though? Because again, a lot of people, you know, in your position, it seems like Hollywood and the music industry it tears people up. You know, we see it every day. How have you been able to stay sane and cope with it? I mean, just sitting there with a hoodie on, braids, chilling, but other people are wilding out on camera. What's your secret to success?
My secret is I got a long way to go. I'm trying to pop my shit too early. I got a lot of popping to do. And I pop a little bit at a time, you know what I mean? That other stuff is entertainment. This is my life. This is my career. I got a long way to go. I got shit I gotta do. I got deals with corporations. This is not just me. You know what I mean? I have younger eyes looking at me. I have older eyes looking at me. So when people ask me, yo, say this or do this or do you do this? I'm like, yeah, I probably am an adult, but I don't have to do that right now because I know that Raven's Home shows up and I'm not about to disrespect the millions of parents who trust me to watch after their kids right now. And then when that's over and I'm able to do it, then I will. And if people have a problem with that, I'm sorry, but I'm happy where I am. I'm happy living a life that my kids can be proud of as well.
What's next for Raven Symone, the brand, and what you bring? What's, you know, in your vision? What do you want to see in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I got a couple deals I'm closing right now, but I'm going on tour. I really am going to take this Corona time and the fact that I had to share my home, myself, my real moment, not just that one girl you see on TV all the time, and just live in my truth for a while. My brand kind of changed a little bit during Corona, in my opinion, and I'm okay with it because it came to reality. It was brought back to center. So going around the country, saying hi to people, meeting them as me, as the person that I've been hiding for a while.
Can you take us a little bit into the business mind of Raven Symone? Like, how are you able to stay so, I don't want to say stay successful, I know I asked that, but just behind the scenes. Now you're executive producer of Raven's Home, once a star of That's So Raven. You're obviously sitting behind the scenes now, making more decisions behind the scenes. Just walk us through the business mind behind your brand.
I don't force things. I give space for positive vibrations to elevate me to levels that I need to go. I allow for it to lead me in the path that was created for me prior to my fleshy being. You know, I look at a deal and I say, does it behoove you and me? I'm not selfish at all. I think selfish dealings lead to bad karma. And while an unselfish deal might take longer to reach that price point, I know my soul is taken care of and I can wake up the next morning and feel okay. So I take care in the things I say yes to. I take care in the things I say no to. And I work with people. I listen because I don't know everything. I've been in one profession for a really long time, which was the acting side of it. So while I'm transitioning into other sides, I take care to listen. But I also know my worth.
I would like to ask you who are some of your influences right now in life, and maybe if they're in Hollywood, people that you look up to. Did you have a mentor at some point? Could you speak on that?
I do. Christina Speakman is a mentor of mine. Gary Marsh is an amazing human that I admire all the time. Debbie Allen, huge mentor of mine. Goodness gracious, my mom, the fact that she's just still pushing with me, that's just crazy. And my guys, Black Castle, Austin Brown and Brian London. I admire my friends because we grew up in the same city. We grew up around the same people, and only a few of us are still talking. And the other ones, you know, we're like, whoa, look, trust me, we're all everywhere, you know. I'm a part of the generation with Megan Good and Jussie and that whole world. So just to see us all, it's like, wow, we really grew up together and we're all still doing the damn thing. So it's really cool.
My last question.